What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, if you didn't see it late yesterday or last night, you surely saw the headline this morning that Sony announced their casting for the upcoming Kraven solo film, which we've heard a ton about over the last year and a half, and it's none other than Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's right, Quicksilver from the MCU. Now, before we take the lid off that and speculate too much as to what Sony may be doing with or without a Spider-Man in their Spider-Verse, we also got some news as it pertains to Spider-Man No Way Home. One official update coming from Sony, they're still trolling, and what's going to be present in that premiere tomorrow during the Total Film magazine release for Marvel Phase 4. We're going to break down everything Spider-Man No Way Home, go back over this news about Kraven. We actually now have the short list of actors that were considered, and again, what this could mean. No, he's not showing up in No Way Home. This is definitely for the future of the Sonyverse. We're breaking down everything Spider-Man, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're still giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers, as well as Disney Plus subscriptions every Friday while the shows are live, and a brand new giveaway we're announcing when Loki goes live in just 2 weeks. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit that subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So before we get into the Sony adjacent Kraven news, let's talk Spider-Man No Way Home. Sony has taken to their official Twitter once again to troll fans and said, quote, "We see Spider-Man is trending with a Spider-Man gif. They are giving us the trailer, and very soon they wouldn't be trolling this way if they weren't, and they know that every time they do this, fans get a little bit more upset. Really, we shouldn't be getting upset at all. The fact that they're trolling tells us that the trailer is coming soon, and my best guess at this point is next week after we get the premiere tomorrow." Now, speaking of that premiere tomorrow, Total Film is rolling out an issue of their new magazine with Loki on the cover, and it's a preview for Marvel Phase 4. They've got all the titles up there: Thor 4, Spider-Man, Eternals, but unfortunately, and this coming from a credible source, there will be no new still shots, no first look at the film, instead just a written description of No Way Home. So unfortunately, tomorrow, that quote-unquote first look, no, we're gonna have to wait until the trailer, which is most likely coming next week or sometime between when this drop happens tomorrow and of course when Loki goes live on the 9th. That gives us just about 12 days. Now, overnight and this morning, I felt like I was going just a bit insane because I kept seeing these absolutely crazy and unfounded headlines that were talking about Aaron Taylor Johnson cast for Spider-Man No Way Home. In fact, one trusted industry insider, and Charlie Murphy, we cover him often here at the channel from Murphy's Multiverse, immediately took to these rumors with no. No, Aaron Taylor Johnson will not be in No Way Home. This coming from the most trusted industry insiders, and that's because really this casting comes too late. They're already finished with principal photography. Even reshoots, adding a major villain like this would just be way too late in the script and way too late in post-production for them to attempt something. Plus, we know that even though he's under quote-unquote multiple films, as reported in yesterday's story, there were already talks from J.C. Chander, that's the official director on this Kraven film, that they were going to try to make it a two-part series and base it off of Kraven's Last Hunt, which famously really needs a Spider-Man, specifically a Peter Parker, but let's not get into that. Now, in other news, we found out that there was a short list of actors that they wanted in order to play Kraven. They ended up with Aaron Taylor Johnson, but the short list included Brad Pitt, the heavily rumored Keanu Reeves, who's tied to every open Marvel role until he finally gets one, and John David Washington. So this confirms every time we reported there was a rumor of Keanu Reeves in talks for possibly joining the Kraven film as Kraven. Well, yeah, that was on their list. They were trying for that. Aaron Taylor Johnson getting cast instead of any of these other actors sort of precludes Sony's Spider-Verse from the MCU, but we're all still in a wait-and-see hold pattern depending on what happens in No Way Home, and then the following with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, to see how these two are going to connect and who will be the Spider-Man going forward in Sony's universe, whether it be Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland on a one-way ticket, hence the name No Way Home, or even, as we've reported many times here at this channel, perhaps Miles Morales. Guys, I am all ears. Let me know your feedback. What's your thoughts about what's going to come in that first look tomorrow? If they're not going to give us any pictures, do you think they're really going to give us anything in the description? When do you think the trailer's coming? Hopefully next week. And how do you feel about Aaron Taylor Johnson, not only because he had an MCU role, but as an actor in full playing Kraven? Who is going to be Sony's Spider-Man? The ultimate question. Now, quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff. before I let you go. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers, as well as Disney Plus subscriptions every Friday while the shows are live, and some brand new Marvel related prizes when Loki goes live next week, and oh, they are awesome. All you have to do to be entered to win, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be selected and announced in the end of videos the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with notifications turned on, and as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. Now, I have one other thing I'd like to talk about as it pertains to Everything Always. I've had a ton of questions recently why I started introducing myself. After 3 years of just saying welcome to Everything Always, this is Michael Roman, I've started adding AKA Allfires. Let me explain. Long before I was ever a YouTuber, and really what defines me more than anything else was a long career in the music industry. The music industry is one that is completely ruthless, but I have no regrets and made 1,000 memories, enough for a million lifetimes, really, in just the short time I toured over a decade in my last band. But when that band folded, it's the reason I became a YouTuber. I wasn't ready to jump right back into the fire, pun totally intended, but that's why I've started saying AKA Allfires. Really, it comes down to this, as according to some of my better team members, as my team has started to grow now, especially on the music side, I haven't done the best job of branding myself. I'm known as a different thing in a million different places. I'm Novellan on Twitch, Allfires as a musician, my Instagram handle is IAmFires, and my YouTube channel is called Everything Always. You guys know me as Michael Roman. I didn't want to ever wear out my music promotion here at the channel, really out of respect for you guys. You guys come here for Marvel content. That's what you know me for, that's what you want, and that's what I give you. And occasionally I announce at the end of videos, or very rarely share a brand new release with you, but I don't pound you guys over the head with, hey, check out my tunes, hey, check out my music, because I just don't think it should be that way. Number one, I think people enjoy music a lot more when they hear it and know they like it for them. They're not solicited. But number two, I don't want to abuse the community and the fan base we built here at the channel. You come here for a reason, and I appreciate that. And I'll continue to give you what you come here for and not try to sell you other stuff. Guys, that's why you've never ever seen a Squarespace, a NordVPN, a Vessi shoes. Those guys approach me all the time, but I've never once ever done a 45-second infomercial in the middle of one of my channels or any of my videos, because I don't think you guys want that. All that being said, I have to do a better job of at least letting you guys know that I do music, because otherwise you're not going to find it. And now that I've started talking about it a little bit more, I've seen an enormous uptick on my social media of people being like, I didn't even know you were a musician. So this is basically a long speech for, as I start to promote it more and more, I sort of feel like I need to apologize a little bit. My goal is never ever to self-promote. I don't want it to be that way. I know that music is different for tons of different people. Art is. I could never assume that what one person likes, another doesn't. But if you're morbidly curious, if you want to support me, if you want to check out my tunes and what I'm doing musically, you can find me on all platforms under Allfires. And in fact, you hear my music every day. I use the instrumental for 2 of my singles in the background music for these videos. I would appreciate it if you checked it out. Again, you can find me on Spotify, YouTube, anywhere, Amazon Music, under Allfires. I have 3 singles out and an EP to come later this year. Sorry for the long speech about self-promotion, but I really appreciated the community we built in over 1,000 videos in 3 years. I rarely ever self-promote, and I definitely will continue to never integrate any sort of commercials or infomercials to you guys, as I just feel like that's not something that you guys come here for. Let me know all your thoughts, of course, as always, down below about the video, but if you want to check out my music, I'd sincerely appreciate it. Stick around, guys. We'll be posting again real soon, and I appreciate you listening to my spiel about Allfires.